Hello everyone, I'm Thom. It's been a year or more since this coronavirus disruption started, and I've been taking this time to eat beef jerky and talk to you on the internet. I'm not an expert or a food critic, I just like beef jerky. But this vlog has been good fun, and it's letting me explore some fun ideas with you, especially regarding game design. So I'm going to keep doing it for now. Turns out this is episode 63, I believe, and the last one was a little less than a month ago. So it's been a little less than a month, or maybe a little bit. It's been a little less than a month since I got my vaccine, since I was fully vaccinated. Wow, that's an interesting experience for anybody. And of course, I've been rubbing shoulders and talking with people who've gotten their vaccines too, or are in the middle of, between shots or whatever. So things are not what they were a month ago, certainly not what they were 3 months ago. And I hope everybody's vaccinated, and I hope everyone's healthy, and I hope everyone's safe. Look how far we've come. Oh, well, I've been blah, blah, blah about jerky and video games, which is what this video is all about. So, it happens, happens to be Thursday the 13th of May, 2021. And as far as game design goes, actually I want to talk about the game industry for a second. So this is an image showing how much money companies would share with me or take away from my profits if I were to sell my game on their store. You can notice that basically the industry standard is 30%. If my game were to get on the Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo and I made $100, then Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo would get $30 of that $100, leaving you with $70. And again, as you can see, that's very industry standard. And interestingly enough, you can see on the Microsoft Store and on the Steam Store that these companies are willing to come down, but only for big companies. Only for big companies and, certain products. But mostly no. If you're a small-time game developer, we want 30% buster. Ching! The obvious standout is Epic Games, which had created its own store simply to compete with the other big companies directly. And one of the ways in which they are competing, something I wholeheartedly, applaud, is taking less of a commission, taking less of a cut, 12% instead of 30%. Now, what's really interesting that's not on this table is a website called itch.io. It's literally spelled itch.io. Itch.io. And it set itself up years ago as basically the kind of open source alternative to Steam. It was a kind of a PC and web-based game store. And it was definitely indie based. And so they started out saying things like, we'll take 2% or 5%. And that's still generally what they take. But the reason that I actually decided to bring up this slide right now was because they're doing what they call a creator holiday. They're doing one day where they take 0%. I think that's really interesting. It's nibbling around the edges a little bit, but the bottom line, as you can see, is the old saying that the house always wins. And another way of saying it is, don't make the games, make the store that sells the games. That's how you make all the vast amounts of money. And that's certainly true looking at, from this table. You can imagine just looking at the 30% across the board that basically the vast amount of money that people are spending on video games, well, 30% of that goes to people who are managing the stores, not people who are making the video games, for what it's worth. And there's no doubt, absolutely no doubt, that this is a filthy amount of money for these big companies. In fact, Steam and Valve Software, honestly, they haven't really done much of it all that's profitable compared to being a big store on the internet. Their 30% is making them so much money. So I think it's an interesting table because it's a kind of common understanding for most experienced game developers today, but for game consumers, people who like to play games but don't pay much attention to the game marketplace, this may be brand new and surprising information for you. Because certainly nobody that I know has a 30% credit card or has a deal where everything you sell somebody else takes 30% of. And it is a little bit like it doesn't hard to look at it and say, yeah, that seems excessive, especially considering how much money that really adds up to, that of course these companies are not excited about sharing with us. Some of them have to because they're publicly traded companies, and the bottom line is everybody's making vast amounts of money, except of course for the little indie game developers. So that's not so much from an exciting game design point of view as it is from a depressing game industry point of view, but I thought the slide was interesting and worth sharing. All right, well let's go on to the main event. I got a new care package from a new craft jerky place. It's called Fusion Jerky. Now I'm not 100%. This is now the 63rd episode, so it's very possible that I've had some Fusion Jerky already. I don't remember really. I don't think so. I don't remember any of these flavors, but it is colorful packaging, and I remember colorful packaging in the past, but that doesn't say much because a lot of craft jerky companies sell their stuff in colorful packaging. So I've got a variety pack of Fusion Jerky, and today we're going to start with garlic jalapeno. Let's get it off started with a bang. Artisan pork jerky. So, and a nice little kind of a one sitting kind of a bag. Ooh. Smells not crazy or anything, just jumps out at you. All right, here's a piece. Garlic jalapeno pork jerky. It's soft. Not sure I had enough of it. Let me try another piece. All right, there's a little bit of garlic in there. For something labeled jalapeno, I would expect it would kick me in the face quicker and sooner and more. But it's there. The spiciness, the spicy after effect is definitely there. All right, let's open the mailbag. As usual, the last video that I put up was commented on by Adam Para. Thank you, Adam, who has several things to say. So I'm going to paraphrase them this time. He talks about how DS9 is his favorite Trek. That's awesome. Everybody's got a favorite Trek. He says the Dominion War is largely why I play Starship Battle games. Yeah, that was a major plot point in DS9 was the Dominion War. Turning to jerky, he says I agree biltong does taste weird. Yeah, after trying it a few times, I realized it's just spices just not are designed for my Western palate. It's jerky. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to exclude it, but yeah, biltong is not. So far, I haven't been excited about biltong, the stuff I've tasted. I think I talked about how communities can surprise you with, unpleasant or strange or unusual communications. And he said that he loves the Artemis community because it's so non-toxic. And I couldn't agree more. The Artemis community is the most incredible community a game developer could have. It really is awesome. And I've seen more than one game community. So I've seen Toxic, and yeah, I thank my lucky stars every single day for the Artemis community. You guys are the best. It's just, I've seen them, and you guys are the best. All right, so in conclusion, garlic jalapeno artisan pork jerky, not bad, but not outrageous in any particular way. I'm looking forward to some of the more flavors that I like from this brand, like teriyaki, to see what their take on it is. But this was a weird one. I wouldn't have expected to like garlic jalapeno, and I don't think it's top 10 or anything, but it's not bad at all. And I'm wondering if it's because the garlic and the jalapeno both seem kind of muted to me. So, at any rate, it's an interesting flavor. Definitely not boring. Not boring in the Jack Link's way. So yeah, thanks. All right, that's it for today. I will make another video soon, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Bye-bye.